absolutely impeccable. It's brilliant. And I live in a country where the infrastructure, it's quite incredible. They have done a tremendous job, really. This country is called China. You understand? Right? I am very impressed with the level of progress they have done over the past 40 years. I live in a city where modernity has actually flourished in the past 40 years. I live in Shenzhen, close to Hong Kong, right? It's quite remarkable, honestly. So now, talking about places like Poland, I'm just taking a walk. Okay, let me just show you anyways. Let me just show you this spectacular view right here. And I'm just walking. I think you might find this, just listen to me, you might find this a lot more interesting. Very uncomfortable. Hello. Hello. Ni hao. Hello. 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 He's saying, are you from? He's trying to ask where I'm from. Sometimes I would drop into conclusion and say, Africa! It's alright. And sometimes it's a bit bad. They will say, you're Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian. I've never been to Nigeria. Sometimes they will say, you're from Ghana. Never been to Ghana. No disrespect to all the Nigerian and Ghanaian people out there. You understand? But anyways, let me just show you this, right? So, Poland, infrastructure, very impressive, right? They're doing a lot of great things. So the question is, has Poland infrastructure surpassed the UK, or let's say Western countries? Well, I have to say though, I'm not going to be biased, okay? I'm not going to do that. I will definitely tell you for sure the UK is a very rich, very, very rich country, and the UK infrastructure quality, they say on average remain close to OECD sort of standard. You understand? It might not be, let's say, stellar compared to other European or Western countries. You understand? But of course, in the, you know, it's still very good. You know, so when you look at, you know, recent activity that's taking place due to the cost of living, really, it's just not fantastic what is happening in my country, unfortunately. But I'll definitely say the UK have advantage, right? So do benefit from long-standing, you know, institutional, regulatory, you know, and of course in the economy and social infrastructure. You understand? So that means like it's definitely, everyone knows this, right? It has a well-established financial market. Hello, ni hao. Hello, hello, hello. You know, a well-established financial market. It's a lot more mature and regulatory framework. You know, and of course you have a, you know, the legacy in terms of like network, and I'll say which is actually very hard to replicate. You know, and which is true. You know, I'll definitely say Poland, they're growing. They want to be they're improving a lot, and I went there and I've been on quite a lot of mode of transportation, right? The wind, if I speak like this, it's going to be a lot more windier, and you can't hear me clearly. Hence why I'm going to be buying a camera, right, so you can see this instead. I think it's a lot more better, right? So yeah, I'm not going to go too far, but anyways, so I would definitely say they have done an amazing job. I can't lie to you, right? There's been a significant investment, of course, and on road, railway, port infrastructure, and of course, over the past 2 decades, they are investing a lot on a lot of things, and of course, and partly thanks to what is happening as well in EU support, the billions that also accumulated, right, in EU cohesion funds, but of course, and mainly improving, I would say, inner cities, connectivity, freight capacity, and of course, let's say logistic as well. I'll definitely say quite a lot of let's say cloud storage companies out there. They are branching to Poland because they just feel like it's a nice sub hub. So when it comes towards that, of course, the labour, it's relatively quite cheap as well. Look at this, what they did here. So this one is to catch all the rocks, so this is the one thing I like about China. It's a vast country, and they're constantly improving and their infrastructure, which is fantastic, and I will always praise that, which is brilliant. Of course, then Poland is also working hard on, let's say, major projects. They're on the way, of course, and they have plans for national transport and airport hub as well. Look at this spectacular drop. Mate, if you drop down here, you will break a leg. That is for sure, right? Of course, they're working on an high-speed rail. Actually, I did mistake at one point, right? I said, what is it? I jumped on a train. It was fast. I thought that was an high-speed rail, but it was not. It was not an high-speed rail. It was just a fast train, and it looks very modern. Anyways, look at this spectacular view. I think I'm walking further out from where I left my stuff, my belongings. So I'm walking. I got this on. This is winter in Shenzhen, China. You understand? But it doesn't get cold here in the south of China, in Shenzhen. You understand? But anyways, I don't want to deviate from the video. Let me just keep talking, and I'll show you this spectacular view. I hope you're enjoying it, right? So now, so of course, major infrastructures and being carried out across Poland. Bear in mind, I've been to a lot of places in Poland, all right? It's a fantastic place. I really like going there. And of course, foreign and domestic investors are considering going to Poland as well. Do you know what? I think I'm going to stop right here. The wind is too strong. I can't carry on anymore. I have to go back. No, because I need to go to the gym later. Right, now let me just keep talking now. I think you'll enjoy. I think I'm running out of storage as well. Bloody hell. Now, so the thing is, when you travel, you get to learn so much. Look at this lovely infrastructure, car, walk path, right? Which is brilliant. I can't lie to you at all, really. So of course, then, they say you travel and you get to learn. So the digital space as well, it's also something to focus on, because we live in a digital world now. Oh, it's so windy. I know the audio is not fantastic. I need to buy an external mic with a wind muff, so it will not destroy my video, right? And I think I have to do that ASAP, because I bought this new camera. It's like DJI 5 from China, you know, DJI Action 5 Pro, right? It's actually very good, can't lie, you know. Maybe sometimes the quality is not good, but if I record it in 4K, I run out of space so quick. Anyways, don't want to deviate too much. Right, so digital infrastructure, right? Well, of course, so this will actually help Poland, you know, to integrate into European supply chain, you know, which is very, very important. You know, it's relevant because if Poland wants to compete in a global scale, they need to invest in that, which is fantastic, right? So definitely I'll say as well, when you look at Poland in terms of economic wise to the UK, can we compare that? Well, there has been some argument though where some people will say in terms of, let's say, part of let's say Britain GDP per capita, right? Some will argue, right, Poland is doing relatively better. Okay, I think the win a lot more better now. Yes, okay, I can continue to walk and talk with you, right? So Poland, here we go. So we're talking about the GDP per capita, right? So in certain region, surely I would definitely say in terms of, like, let's say productivity, infrastructure development, and you know, and even some could easily argue the quality of life as well, let's say, can be matched with, one second, the lighting is against me, or I better, can be matched with the UK or even better. Is that true though? Well, based on my visit in Poland, I can definitely say an apartment will not cost you that much. Moving around the city, right, or within cities, will not break the bank, you know. And I'll definitely say as well, it's not that difficult to navigate around Poland. The trains, for as far as I know, they seem to be quite effective, and they're quite punctual. They tend to run on time, which is very, very good. The UK infrastructure is very pricey. We have a lot of potholes now, and it takes forever for our authority, right, to sort things out. You understand? And they will tax you and tax you and tax you from January to December. I kid you not, and nothing will be done. And then guess what? They will make sure they get that money. Understand? The UK doesn't joke when it comes towards then collecting its tax. That's how the UK make money, right? And hence why the progress is not really fantastic. So maintenance in terms of our infrastructure, it is not fabulous. Have you been on the ground, right? Which is the oldest, the tube in London, right? The oldest in the world, right? Some stations has experienced renovation over the years. But then again, I would say the vast majority of the stations, they have not. But I think sometimes I would say some people want to maintain, the historical touch too, right? I think that is nice. But when it comes towards safety and hygiene level of our transportation, it is shockingly bad for a Western country, really, that has so much money. The UK is so filter rich, right? And we, the locals, tend to suffer. Anyways, let's keep walking, right? I can go on and on. Anyways, niha. These people are just staring at me. Bloody hell, man. Never seen a black man before. And you've got all this Chinese ladies. Hello. Niha. Alright. Alright, let's keep walking, shall we? Now, yeah, the momentum is there when it comes towards infrastructure. Niha. So the momentum is there when it comes towards infrastructure in Poland. They are surely heading in the right direction, right? You know, and I like that for Poland, really. I really do. You know, so it's drawing a lot of foreign investment, and of course, industrial capacity. You know, and it's also on the rise, you know. Well, having said that, I have to say though, Poland still have a bit of gap, you know. There are a little bit of gaps, you know. There are some studies and evaluation, and they rank in Poland in terms of like its infrastructure framework. They are ranking Poland, and the quality itself is like 82% out of 100, which is actually very, very good, but it's still lag behind in terms of some advanced Western countries. You understand? For example, the road network, the density and quality remains comparatively lower than many Western or EU infrastructure density of some peers as well. So you understand? So they have something they need to work on. You understand? So definitely, and they need to take their time. I'll show you this spectacular view right here. It's brilliant. So when we look at the UK itself, right, it's very, very solid. I can't lie to you. And right, especially when it comes towards energy grill, you know, resilience. I think the UK tend to have that. I think that's where Poland is lacking. Also, education infrastructure, it's developing, it's getting better and better in Poland, right? More and more Polish people are becoming richer and richer, but I would definitely say they need more time, you know, to develop. You know what I mean? I think the wind again. I hate recording when the wind is distracting me. Destroying me. Anyways, so yeah, so education infrastructure needs some attending to, and also the public service as well. You understand? There's like I said, there's still gaps in that level of standards. But to summarize things, right, I would definitely say Poland, it is heading in the right direction. I think I'll stand right here. Is the lighting good? I think the lighting is good. So Poland is surely heading in the right direction, but I'll say there's some areas that still need amending to, right? But the road network is very impressive, especially the bigger cities, you know. And I think, yeah, to some degree, I'll say in terms of the quality of life, for what I'm looking for, if I want to stay in the city centre, right, for the cost, surely it is far better than what you will find in London. Oh, without a doubt, it is expensive in London, right? So in Warsaw, in Krakow, in Gdansk, in Poznan, you name it, right? You are going to find a very inexpensive accommodation, and you are going to live a very peaceful life. And Poland, it's a far safer place than the UK, right? So you can correct me as well if I'm wrong. Of course, I'm not trying to be brilliant and perfect in everything, but surely I do have passion, and I do value the progress, and of course, and I do respect the progress, surely, when it comes towards how far Poland has come, you understand? So basically, I want to celebrate with you guys, and I think as a country, surely, if you want to go there, then definitely you need to learn the language. So that's the problem. So I don't think I am well equipped to learn the language. Does that mean if you don't know the language, your life is not going to be good in Poland? That's not true. There are people that live in Poland that can't speak the language, but yet still life is still very fabulous for them, right? But for me, the way my brain is wired, nah, and it's so cold, you know what I mean? So for what it is, man, I've enjoyed my time in Poland, and I think for now, I'll based in Asia. Who knows? You never know what will happen in the future, and of course, I'll explore my original roots, where I'm actually from, Africa, do you know what I mean? And that's the plan. But anyways, for all my Polish fan out there, respect. See you later. Well done. Your infrastructure is getting better.